So my question is that, like, this giving budget to a certain department or a certain person, how scalable is that as you grow? Because right now there are, in any early stage startup, there are a couple of things you can do. That's why you have limited amount of money, and then you can set budgets. Because you know this thing can be done in a certain budget. When you scale, maybe you don't know what can be achieved in a certain budget. Right. For example, it was a very classic case that when Walt Disney went to Disney to start a theme park, they gave him a budget of $100,000, which required much more than that, because he believed in the vision, he believed it could work. Then he took a loan from his own, started, and we know where Disney is. Right. I mean, when the company grows, then I think this budgeting system is flawed.
So what you just said, right? Walt Disney creating Disney World, that was a 0 to 1 moonshot. I'm sure there would be some kind of an allocation between the founders or the board for 0 to 1 moonshots. Hey, we'll allocate this amount of $1 million to it, and then
generally not there. Not much. I doubt ever they have values.
My thing I should make. I mean, that's one anecdote. But on the other hand, let's say if you look at an Ogilvy ad, rarely I've seen an Ogilvy ad, an award-winning ad, which would have costed a lot of money to create. A lot of times, I say this, that the second best things in the world are most expensive ones, because the best ones are for free. So it's not really important that every time money is the answer to.
I agree, but if you're talking about Ogilvy ad, what if creativity also doesn't have a price?
It doesn't have a price.
Correct. So then you cannot have a price tag to creativity, like make me an award-winning.
No, you can't. It has taken people with a budget of $1 million, not the ad creation and production of.
Correct. Exactly.
$1 million.
Actually, a lot of companies, even the big company like Stripe, right? They still operate with these constraints of budgets for different teams, right? I'll tell you how that helps them. So I was listening to Shreyas Doshi, who kind of heads product. He used to head kind of product for Stripe, right? And what he was doing is that for every company, right? If at every team's level you can achieve the goal of maximizing the ROI, that is when you kind of are performing to your best ability for the company, right? The objective here is that you have to pick up the best set of projects in that particular quarter or in that particular annual year. So for everything that you're picking up, you need, if you can plan out a budget, that really kind of helps them move in a particular maximizing ROI kind of a definition.
Yeah, I mean, so on this, the problem is when you align the whole company or the whole department in every person in terms of ROI, then suddenly you stop taking risky bets.
Yeah.
So what can go to zero?
I agree. So just to complete that, please, they have a framework of, let's say 60% goes to the BAU, 30% is what they call, as you said, like something innovative that you think would be out of box, and 10% is technical debts or something, right? So improving so you bifurcate the cost in that way, but so that every quarter you're forced to spend at least that much in each domain, but there is still a capping. That's how they are operating. I'm not sure how much creativity is coming out of their
It's actually very important to also look at in the, let's say, above $100 million kind of startups, on what amount of money have they allocated for innovation. Because as they say, if you don't innovate, innovation will kill you, right? Someone else's. So, and we all know the Kodak story, how Instagram literally took everything away from Kodak.
We should actually call a couple of these.
Every time I listen to this example, I think no matter how much R&D budget Kodak would have allocated, they would have not been
Exactly,
Instagram.
because
they were going
they were never disrupting their own industry.
Yeah.
And they were improving the cameras.
Allocating R&D budget would probably let them think of
Exactly.
an app. Probably a better culture would have.
And by the way, not Instagram.
Okay.
Because Canon was the first digital cameras that came across, right?
So it just makes sense to me, right? When founders are very young, right, and the company is small, founders are creating disruptions for the industry. Now founders and the company has grown to, let's say, 100 million plus scale, 500 million plus scale. Now that is a juggernaut. That's a mammoth. They need internal teams to kill their own innovation. And that is exactly what other founders would be doing outside if they want to make the particular company obsolete.
But in this, I really think if there is a moonshot team, if there is a 0 to 1 team internally inside a bigger company, just move them out of that company, keep them in a different space.
Yeah.
Because I know for sure that a company handling BA cannot do 0 to 1.
Cannot.
Why
Creativity
did
is not.
Swiggy is running and they want to start off something like Swiggy Genie or Swiggy Labs, right? So like those things happen, right? So then I know for Walmart, like Walmart has Walmart Labs for specific experiments. So similarly, companies are created within companies or which run on separate different kind of a culture, which hire those kind of people which will be different from your core set of people in the organization. So that does happen. Not sure what is the kind of China wall that exists.
I mean, I know for Walmart, I don't know for Swiggy, so I can't say it for it. But for Walmart, I know for a fact that Walmart Labs is in a different building than Walmart. I know for a fact that Google X, which was the Larry Page's pet tech project, right? Like he was the one who was creating new things.
Even Alibaba and that B2C company that Jack Ma created, they were done in two different buildings. Taobao. Alibaba and Taobao were created separately. Alibaba employees didn't even know about Taobao.
They were doing B2C.
Yeah. Because B2B and B2C are different culture altogether. It's like Bata and Hush Puppies having different stores altogether. Right?
Tata Motors and
Tata
Jaguar.
I think different buildings.
Yeah.
Different buildings is just a manifestation of different cultures.
Different
Right?
cultures.
You need space. You cannot run a 0 to 1 with a BAU mindset, and you cannot run BAU with a 0 to 1 mindset. It is absolutely so. Founders who are implementing multiple similar ideologies across their organization for different stages of business, it may not work out.
It's crazy for a founder though, they have to keep switching context.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
That's why maybe that's the reason why a lot of companies getting acquired by Google dies, because they're in the same campus, they're part of this, they're trying to force fit themselves into the same culture.
Yeah.
Which
Actually, that is another thing. A lot of companies which get acquired don't really perform. Like I know for a fact, the reason being is the fact that, as you said, the culture mismatches happen. I think a lot of time people don't realize how much culture matching is extremely important for the founders and the teams to grow and foster, and how quickly can they help and build things up.
Yeah, I would go back again to the kind of stage a particular initiative is in your org, right? If let's say if an initiative is at a certain stage, and then I would look at other initiatives who are at that similar stage and what kind of a culture they have, and then try to cohesively merge, rather than there cannot be a vertical height difference and cultural matching. It just doesn't make sense.
yeah, correct.
I have no idea how Elon Musk is switching context in that place. Then
No, he
I think
said,
Elon Musk is a different.
No, he said he's an
He's an alien. Yeah.
He's an
He's an alien, and it's a different conversation to be had.